I don't know why. Something just is literally drawing me to this specific area. Every step you take, you just kind of feel like the vibe is constantly shifting, and I don't know what that is or why that is. It almost sounded like kind of like a whisper. There it is again. Just trying to get it in here. I swear I heard almost like that crying again back there. What the hell was that? I swear you're crying again. What is that? Well, that was very strange. As I was putting my tripod away, I swear it literally sounded like someone was singing down there. So when I was in Japan, you might be wondering how I was able to use my phone every day for almost 2.5 months without spending a fortune. Well, the answer is UBG. UBG is an amazing app that allows you to get eSIM data plans in over 200 plus destinations. There are no out-of-pocket surprise roaming charges like you would with your local carrier. So just to put it in perspective, my local carrier would have charged me $18 a day plus tax, which would have come out to 1,350 Canadian dollars for the 75 days that I was in Asia, which included Japan and the Philippines. With UBG, it was around 180 Canadian dollars. That is a fraction of the cost, which is just absolutely astronomical. UBG is also the only app in the world where you can recharge without having a Wi-Fi connection or cellular credit left. The eSIM will activate at the arrival of your destination as long as you have it activated and you have it selected as the source of your cellular data. My favorite part about UBG was their phenomenal cellular service. As long as I had reception, UBG even worked deep into the Aokigahara forest. Not only that, but I was able to use it to do live streams and connect with you guys while roaming the streets of Osaka. I would 100% recommend UBG to anybody. You can check them out. I will leave the link down in the description below and a pinned comment, and use my code Angelo to save yourself 10% today. I know that I will be using UBG on my next trips coming up very, very soon. Again, I would highly recommend them. And now let's get back to the video. It just went so freaking quiet. Like not a sound. Okay, well, I'm gonna start making my way back out. Take a second. I am getting hungry again. Damn, when you're hiking this freaking much, you're literally always hungry. Like just non-stop. And interestingly enough, I'm burning through batteries like freaking crazy. Which is not entirely normal. And I'm also trying to figure out, I don't know, just kind of what all these sounds are. Like singing, crying at points. I swear I just heard somebody talking back there. Like clear as day. Okay, now I just heard somebody over here. What the f? That was literally like right next to me. It almost sounded like, kind of like a whisper. Oh, there it is again. What is that? Let me get my flashlight out. I don't see nothing. But I definitely heard something. Okay. Oh man. Oh. Just the vibes out here, man. Holy crap. Whew. It just doesn't stop. It's kind of just like every step you take, you just kind of feel like the vibe is constantly shifting, and I don't know what that is or why that is. I mean, I guess the one thing we could presume is obviously because of the amount of sorrow and I don't know, just the shit that went down in this place. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm going to explain a few more stories to you guys in a little bit about this place because I feel like it's important. But like the amount of weird stuff that happens here or that's connected to here in general is super weird. Also, what the was that? I swear I just heard something like hissing. I'm not about to get attacked by something, am I? Okay, whatever, I don't know. I genuinely do not know what in the hell is actually going on out here tonight. Whew. Oh. Sorry, I just heard something hissing behind me now. Okay, something really weird is going on. Oh man. Okay. Let's just get to the entrance. I'm gonna keep recording because I don't know, something is going on. It is just, I feel like something's like almost like targeting me out here. I did not think tonight was gonna go this way, to be honest. I mean, okay, well there's the bench. Yeah, so this is definitely where I entered last year, and it was brutal. But I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it from here. Let me zoom in. But you can see that that's where I went in last year. Let me just grab my flashlight here. There's literally a marker there on the tree. And what I remember is when I looked further in, almost looks like some sort of creature or something down there, but when I looked further in, you can't really see it from here. I hear something. But there was another marker, same like that one, duct tape, that was further in that way. Which means that somebody at some point in time was probably there. And then we found also an empty liquor bottle down there. And I remember I brought it with me. It was really hard that night because it was pouring rain. Had too many backpacks and an umbrella and the camera and the flashlight. Hard to balance everything. But I remember bringing the bottle all the way over here. So hopefully, if anyone was there, they would have been found. Damn, for some reason this place, this area right here just looks super creepy. Big old mossy trees and rocks everywhere. Okay, let me put this flashlight away so I can carry the camera properly. Just trying to get it in here. I swear I heard almost like that crying again back there. I swear it's like something's trying to draw me in there further and further, and I'm just not having it. I just need to really get out of here right now. This place is really unsettling. I'll get there eventually. So, the other stories, like I mentioned, are pretty crazy too. The other thing too is you guys tell me that I need to bring protection. I usually do. Whoa. Oh, just ran into a tree. That scared the crap out of me, but I usually bring protection with me. I have several things that I usually keep in my bag, like rosary, some prayers, some other stuff. Gotta stay protected from the bad stuff in these places, especially a place like this. I just feel all like turned around. That's why I need to get the hell out of here right now. I think we're almost there. I swear for a second I saw somebody down there. Like it almost looked like they were standing there on the path. What the hell? Oh man. Like legit, like right there. I mean, I didn't have my flashlight on, so I couldn't really tell, but hello? Somebody here? Oh, I can hear cars, so it sounds like we're getting a lot closer to the road, which is good. Yeah, it looked like roughly about here. It almost looked like somebody was standing here. Nope, ain't nobody here that I can tell. Oh, I see lights. Those must be the street lights. And you can tell this is also kind of where I was mentioning a lot of people were walking through. Oh man. Well, so far, so good, I suppose. So I guess, other than seeing what we saw, essentially, down on the other side, I'm kind of like contemplating, do I really want to go to that other section tonight? I'll think about it. I'm going to eat first, and then from there I'll be able to decide, because I am like just absolutely starving at this point. And I just, like I said, I need a mental break. Like, I have this weird, it's getting better as we're about to exit, but this weird like brain fog confusion mixed with like a feeling of that doom and gloom. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's kind of where we're at right now. And we'll see. I'll see exactly how I feel in about maybe 20-30 minutes after taking a little bit of a rest in the car. But I'll see you guys in a sec. What in the hell? I just heard something really weird. It almost sounded like a donkey. I had cut recording because, like, I'm almost out of here, but I'm waiting to see if we hear it again. It was directly behind me. I mean, like, not like directly behind me, off in the distance, but kind of sounded like a donkey. I don't know how else to describe it. Unless there's an animal here that makes really weird noises. Let's see if we hear it again, but shit. Okay, we might not even actually be that close to the entrance yet. I thought we were. But we still got a ways to go, it looks like. I'm telling you, you hear the weirdest stuff out here. I've never heard anything like that. Well, I mean, at least I wouldn't have expected that. I mean, I've seen plenty of deer in Japan. Never heard them make weird noises. Thought I heard something again. Oh, that's one big ass rock. I think that's actually like lava though. But freaking cool. Huh. Well, I saw the blue lights, so I'm almost back at the parking lot. I don't know why they have blue lights. It's kind of weird. Kind of eerie at the same time. We'll see if that other car is still there as well. But damn, I'm really glad to see the entrance right now. Oh man, that was quite the hike too. Oh, not only are we getting our spook on, but we are getting a sufficient amount of exercise, to say the least. So that's a good thing. That's a positive. Oh. So the interesting thing about the Aokigahara forest is that I do genuinely believe they are hotspots. Now, I feel as if it is possible that those hotspots may be directly correlated to locations where people have passed away. That is a very large possibility. However, there is another belief. There is a belief that there are bad spirits and entities, which is a very common belief along, a lot of religions, spiritualists, etc., etc. Now, what these bad entities are, we have no idea. In Japan, we have yurei and jokai. One of them being, the more trickster type of entities that, I don't know, here it's kind of believed like they're trying to draw people in. And from spot to spot to spot, and generally in the same locations, you would consistently get something very, very specific. For example, in one area, we kept hearing crying. And even the camera managed to pick that up. There were other areas where I was smelling fragrances, not natural fragrances that you would normally smell in a forest. And those were typically in usually the same areas, but sometimes they would transition from location to location. So it's kind of interesting to break it down. Now, what I was also finding is in the areas where, is the no-go area, the vibe became so overwhelmingly strong that you kind of feel anxious. Like you just kind of want to pack up your things and get the hell out of there. From beginning to end in a lot of these adventures, you might not be able to tell, but your heart begins to race. You start to feel that intensity when you go into certain areas of the actual forest. Now, I would like to actually go back again. I don't know if that's going to happen next year, the year after, or maybe 5 years from now. I don't know. But I do want to go again and kind of experiment even a little bit further. Maybe going in a little bit deeper, going in with backup, because for the most part, the amount of times that I've gone in and spent time was always alone inside of the forest. So, yeah. But I do think there are specific hotspots correlated to something. What that something actually is, we don't know. Well, good news is the car is still here. I don't know if that other car is still there, though. But, is it? Yeah, I walked past and they were literally like taking a nap. They do tell people to do that here though, so that's perfectly normal, I suppose. Well, it looks like the other car is gone, so I guess they finished their nap. Alright, nap time for me, I guess. Alright guys, I am currently back in the car. I don't know what is going on with me right now. Normally this never happens. But something is telling me not to go back in there. Not tonight. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to go and just go back at the hotel for now. I was planning on camping out much, much longer. It is late, but I was planning on staying here much later than this. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be here all week, gathering tons of content from this location. There's also the area across the street, and there's another area back there that we basically went to earlier. And even during the day, this place is creepy. I have like an extra clip here. I guess I'll just throw it in here. But even during the day, like this place is pretty wild. It's very dense. It's but yeah, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to that other no-go zone, so to say, tomorrow, and kind of see what's over there. I'm gonna try and do it also during the day, so we can kind of get an idea of what it's like back there before going back at night. And then also there's like another area kind of across the street from here that I have a spot that I really want to go and check out, and yeah, we'll probably do that either tomorrow or the day after. I don't really know yet, but yeah, so far tonight has been crazy. It's just like after seeing what I saw, honestly, I think that just kind of got to me tonight. And I'm just like, no, we need to stop, because I don't even know. Just something is telling me to stop tonight. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and I guess I'll just go back and start editing, chill out for a little while, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Alright, see you guys then. Oh, finally, we made it back. Ooh, that was quite the hike. My legs are like jello right now. I'm gonna have some serious thunder thighs by the time we get to the Philippines. Holy crap, but wow, that was one heck of an adventure. There is another section that I really want to check out. I found something really cool on Google Maps, and it is in the forest, but it's all the way on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically head back down this trail, get back onto the main trail, finish that, and then we'll basically head to the other side and check that side out. I also need to eat something because I am getting a little bit hungry. I had a good meal for lunch, but I think I just burnt it all off. So I do think that's somewhere along the main trail. Personally, I don't think I've ever gone this way. I don't really remember, but I know there's a bunch of signs somewhere, and I haven't seen them yet because I think I basically went out the exit, or I went in from the exit. It's not really the exit, it's just like the end of the loop. But I think there's a different section where there's like this really big sign that basically, you know, talks about mental illness, and if you're having issues, you know, this is not the place to do what you might be thinking of doing. And I think there's a phone number on there too, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen that sign yet, but I think that's closer to the other side. So we'll basically go there first. And I'm a little pooped. I could also use some coffee. Good thing there's vending machines at the entrance. But we just got to get there first. So I finally just checked because I did fall at some point. I got a tiny little boo-boo. Nothing really to cry about. Just stings a little. But I think I'm going in the right direction. I don't even remember if this is what leads to the loop. That's basically what I'm calling it anyways. But we'll see in a few moments. Alright, we found it. So we came from that direction, which is where we started. We ended up going off in this direction, which I might go down there again once it gets dark. But I think we're going to head towards this way for the time being and see what else there is here. For me, my goal right now is to see what the rest of this looks like, A, in daylight, and B, when it's not raining. There's a ton of snow on the ground, but apart from that, I think the snow will probably be gone here in about maybe a week and a half, give or take. The weather is about to get really, really good. And after all of this, I'm going to take a little bit of a break in Tokyo, hang out with my friend there, and then we will probably be coming back. Then we'll head to the Philippines. See what's over there. Oh my god, that snow falling from the tree just scared the bejeebers out of me. But hang out there for a couple weeks, and then at some point we got to come back anyway. So there will be another rendezvous when, you know, the weather is much better. All right, well, I think we might have found the spot where I went off the other time. It might have been here, or it might have actually been further down that way, where I found like the markers on the trees and stuff. But there is another spot here that's literally telling me do not cross. I'm going to take a picture of that and translate that and see exactly what that says. That's kind of creepy. So I think that might be maybe the other area to go to. Actually, you know what I didn't check? For footprints. Let's take a quick look. I was just about to leave, but I can't even translate what that says because there is no cell service. So yeah, once I get out of here, I'll be able to translate there. Oh, dude, there's tons of footprints in here. Whoa. Well, it clearly says do not cross, but clearly people cross. Okay, well, we might be coming back here. Okay. Again, I've been hiking forever and have not seen a single soul. Like literally not even one person coming through here. Like it is kind of partly a tourist attraction, but it's like people just come to the entrance, just kind of take a glance and then just leave. That was strange. It almost sounded like someone was coming from that direction. Like I heard murmuring, but no one came. I mean, I would have seen them from around the bend. I swear I almost heard somebody speaking off in this direction now. There could be somebody all the way back there. I mean, obviously we can't trek through this way, but wait, there it is again. What is that? Legit sounds like somebody's talking back there. Huh. Dude, this place is so strange. There's really no place like this. Aokigahara Forest, baby. Okay, well, I think we should probably almost be at the entrance, I think, of either the caves or something. I don't really know. Well, I'm seeing the berries coming out, which means the bears are definitely going to be around soon, so we got to be cautious. I mean, realistically, the bears out here ain't going to be nothing like what we got back home in terms of our grizzly bears in the west or the north. So I'm not going to be too concerned, but apparently there have been a lot of attacks, I guess by bears. I don't know why, probably from stupid tourists trying to get a little too close, and then the bears have cubs and they, you know, they get aggressive. So, my overall opinion of the haunted Japanese forest, it's very different being here in the winter. It's not as cold as it was. Mind you, it is still daytime. It will get very cold here tonight. So we're gonna have to find a good spot where we can camp for a while and set up a fire at the very least to stay warm, bring food and all that stuff. But it is still strange here during the daytime. I feel as if maybe the rumors, the stories, the folklore here in Japan is in fact true about something essentially drawing people in. I kind of feel that. It feels definitely different on that side. This side is not so bad. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm relieved enough to get out of where we just were and what we almost may have come across on the other side. Tonight we're gonna see if we end up going on in the other section. But yeah, the vibe, it changes. It changes depending on which spot or which side you're on. And in my opinion, from last year, I don't know. I saw that big black ball of gas with my own eyes. I know what I saw. It was like ghastly or something. It was very odd. And I don't really know whether I want to see that again. But we may go across the street to the other section if we make it out in time. It is almost 4:30, so we might have enough daylight because there is something really cool on that side to go and check out. If we don't end up doing it today, we'll end up doing that tomorrow. And then we'll also maybe even camp out on that side tomorrow. But you guys are in for a ton of content from this place. It is unbelievably massive. I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface at this point. And we are very fortunate that with the snow, it's easy to track our way in and out, which is good as well. So that way, you know, we don't die out here. But let's continue. I don't know why, but this section just feels really different. It feels a lot darker, that's for sure, but the sun is setting. I know it might seem brighter on the camera screen, but that's because I had to put my f-stop higher. If you don't know what that is, that's fine. It just essentially allows more light to come in. So it might seem brighter than it actually is, but yeah, I don't know. It just feels different over here. Like sad. Like the spot back there was fine. I felt perfectly normal, and then all of a sudden my, I don't know, this feel of kind of doom and gloom kind of came back. Still not a single person. Not even one. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I think people are just generally just fearful of this place. I mean, they have a reason why. Multiple, actually. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a little tired here. And a little hungry. Oh, look at this. Someone made snowmans. So Ice Cave is in this direction. That is a very big loop. So I'm not going to go in that direction at the moment. There's a lake. I didn't even read that. Damn, I'm gonna go there one day. Maybe we'll do that like the last day. Can't even read what the sign used to say because it's old and worn. There is one more here. I'm gonna read what that says, and then basically we gotta head this way, which will lead us back to the parking lot. So it seems like this area is the more commonly traveled area, which kind of sucks because the snow gets all compacted and it essentially turns into ice, which is making for some very slippery terrain, especially with all these rocks. But yeah, still not a single person, but we should be almost back by the parking lot soon, thankfully. Oh, can't wait to get out of here. I just mentally, at the moment, need a break from Aokigahara. it's a lot on the brain, especially when you go off into those no-go areas, which I know I'm not supposed to do, but like realistically, what was I supposed to do? There's tracks. There might have actually legit been somebody in there. Still can't figure out, like, I'm mind boggled. I cannot figure out where that person could have possibly gone. It doesn't even make sense. Oh, there's somebody. Wait, what? Wait, I could have sworn I just saw somebody coming in this direction. There's literally no one there. Or am I just tripping? There's a building. Huh, maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I could have sworn I thought I saw somebody. Weird. So back there was one of the caves. I can't remember if it's the ice cave or the wind cave. I know it said it on that sign, but I'm kind of just blanking out on it at the moment. But there was one person working there, but there's no way that they could have moved from where I thought I saw them to where they actually were. Didn't really make any sense. Oh, I can't wait to get some food in me. I am freaking starving right now. Alright guys, we are back in the woods. So, I kind of had a little bit of an idea. We're going to spend the next probably, I don't even know, 10, 11 hours out here. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon currently. The sun is shining. It's a little bit warmer today. Tomorrow is going to be absolutely gorgeous. But what we're going to be aiming to do here are several things. First thing I'd like to point out, everybody always goes in the main entrance, interestingly enough. Like there was two ladies that literally walked in and then just instantly turned around and walked back out. But basically, I have a goal. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to that spot where we saw those footprints. The reason why we're going to do that is because it snowed quite a bit, actually. This area, not as much, but basically where I was staying, there was a good like foot and a half worth of fresh snow. So what that means is, number one, it'll be easier for us to trek. Number two, if there's any fresh footprints going in or coming out, we're going to see them. So let's head on over to that area where we kind of started off and see if we find anything. Also, I'd like to inspect to see what I saw the other night, to see if there's anything actually there. And of course, if there is anything there, we won't be filming it, but I will see if there's any belongings or, you know, any possibility of somebody staying out there, kind of, you know, doing their thing, hiding out. But we got a bit of a ways to go before we actually get there. It's kind of crazy how dark it gets inside the actual forest. Like the sun is shining in the parking lot, it's beautiful. And once you get in here, it starts to get so dense that it's like like 6 p.m. as if the sun is already setting, but it's not. Yeah, this is going to be interesting tonight, I think. We're going to stay out as long as we possibly can. Maybe we'll even sleep out here. I don't know yet. That's the one thing. I'm like nervous about that. Potentially sleeping out here. But if I do get stuck out in the dark, I'm not going to really have much of a choice, really. So we'll have to use the items we have for survival. Basically to legit survive out here. At least for one night, possibly. It's pretty quiet out here already. Except for all the snow falling off the trees. Because it's warming up now, all the snow is melting. Everything's defrosting. It's kind of like, almost as if it's raining out here. It's quite funny. So the other day we ended up here. We stopped for a little bit, and this is actually where I noticed the marker the very first time. It is down there somewhere. During the day you can't even see it, because at night at least I could use my flashlight, and because it's reflective it actually shows up, but unfortunately during the day you cannot see it. Well, we made it to the crossroads, so at some point later on I'll probably be heading down that way, because we haven't investigated much down there. But first we're going to actually head in this direction, and that's where we're going to start this sort of investigation, daytime,
not really for ghosts, but I mean if they show themselves. We are almost there. I should be there probably in the next few minutes. And I know at some point I'm probably going to get pelted by like a big pile of snow falling from the trees. It literally just sounds like it's raining the entire time, but it's not. So I think it's a little further ahead up on the left. And we'll see what's going on over there today. Oh, actually, no, it's right here. So it looks like people have walked up to it, but no one has dared to go in or out. Interesting. Okay, so I'm about to go this way. I do want to go down that way after, because I don't think I've ever actually explored that area. So I don't really know what to expect. The signs say it goes to a lake, but it's weird because the lake is literally in that direction. So I don't know how this actually gets to the same lake. But we'll go down a little bit afterwards and see what might be down there. But first, let's head on in this direction. So, like I said, there's actually no footsteps this time. It has been a couple of days now since I've been here on this specific side. So let's try and pinpoint where we stopped. And I'm gonna take a glance for any evidence, because I know what I saw. I described in the first episode what I saw here at night. It wasn't good what I saw, but I know what I saw for sure. So it would have been generally in this direction. Over here, which I don't see anything at all. So I'm guessing I would have been roughly around here somewhere. That was legitimately one of the scariest things I have ever seen. But as you can see, there's nothing. Just the sound of something moving down there. Those are not footprints. Well, looks like animal tracks. Oh, something peed here. Deer really had to go, I guess. Okay, well that's interesting. I see something down there, but it looks like just a very dark tree. Let's go a little further. Now going into that, because of the snow, is treacherous and a very bad idea. At some point I would like to come when it's dark and potentially camp out here. Maybe one last time before we leave this area for the time being. Yeah, so I definitely didn't come this far, but the first day we went all the way, followed those tracks that literally led to nothing, as if the person just up and vanished. Which is literally a crazy thought, but apparently that is a story out here. People do get lost very often, so you are technically supposed to stay on the tracks or the trails for that specific reason, so you don't get lost. Here's somebody talking. It's weird, it sounds like it's coming from that direction. I hear somebody down there, but that is where the main trail is. I don't hear anything now. I don't know, I just really don't like this side. It's just the vibe is just not good, even in the middle of the day.
So those sensations that you feel, those feelings that you get of anxiety in those particular hot spots are not as overwhelming during the day, but it does feel different. even though it's completely, you know, in the middle of the day, you have plenty of daylight, especially with the snow and the sun reflecting off of the snow, makes everything that much brighter. You feel a sense of darkness, kind of like a giant blanket slowly closing in on you inside of this forest, especially the deeper you go. And I find it gets even more overwhelmingly so the deeper you go into areas where there are no other people. And I do think the reason why that could be is that whatever is there, whatever energy, dark entity is there, is truly trying to draw people in. Now, back to the concept of the fact that people particularly go here to camp out and decide what their own fate is. I think that this is the worst place that someone could do this. Reason being is because if there is this evil entity or energy that is trying to consume people, and that is what I feel like it is. That's just my opinion. I don't even know if that's right or wrong, but that is my opinion. I think the worst possible place that someone who doesn't feel 100% right, we'll say, goes into this location in order to decide what their future is.
Trying to listen. Hearing things popping and crackling, but that's likely because of the melt that's going on. Okay, I think for now we'll go back to the main trail and head down in that direction. I'm curious to see if there's any more spots that are kind of like this one, and just see if... Keep hearing someone. Yeah, there's definitely somebody over there. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna head down that direction from the main trail. Someone's yelling out for some reason, but and then we'll see where else we end up heading tonight. I hear somebody coming. I actually see people coming, I think. Oh yeah, I see people coming through right now. I wonder where they're heading. I literally saw like the rope moving up and down. I'm gonna fix my backpack a little bit. It's very heavy. We got a lot of supplies in here, but we need them to film these videos and also to survive. Let's see who's coming through. I see, oh yeah, I see people. I could have sworn they were coming in though. Weird, it was like they're just moving back and forth for some reason. Maybe they're debating on coming in or not. Let's see if they come through. What we know so far is that people are genuinely, like the locals, are intensely fearful of this place. I wonder why. I guess they decided not to come. Okay, let's get out of this section for now. Where'd they all go? There was literally like just a bunch of people here. It looked like they were coming in. I know I saw them. Kinda anyway, through the trees. I don't know if they went off in that direction or if they went off in that direction. You don't really see too many people in here. Further in we go, the quieter it gets. Got a subtle hint of something. Kind of smelled good. Sort of like the other night. When we were down in that direction, I didn't smell it this time, which is interesting. I actually didn't even realize that. So the other night when we were in there, I was questioning myself because I'm like, is there a plant here that smells good, like deodorant or something? And this time, I didn't smell a single thing, which I guess proves that there's no plant there that actually smells like that. I don't know. But now I caught a whiff of it. It wasn't exactly the same, but I guess kind of similar. Oh, am I about to get pelted by snow? No? Okay. Well, I see a sign. Looks like a map. So at least we'll be able to kind of figure out which direction is which. So it looks like there's a road there. So is that... okay, so that makes a little more sense as to why it kind of leads to the lake, because of the way it turns. Alright, let's see where we are. And, oh shit, this is all in Japanese. Is there an English side behind it by chance? That'd be useful. So I'm contemplating which direction to go in. So I'm assuming we're here. And I'm going to assume that this is the road, obviously. Damn, there's so much snow falling from the tree. I thought I was about to get hit from this one. There was a little bit of ice that fell on me. But I don't really see where this actually could possibly lead to. So, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to actually start trekking back. I actually just at least wanted to see what was in this direction. Like I said before, this place is absolutely massive, and I believe most of it, there's no trails whatsoever. So it just literally goes into full-on wilderness. So what we're going to do is we're going to start heading back this way, and we're going to find that other spot and probably head in there. Okay, now I just heard somebody down there. There it is again. Somebody calling out. Wait, did somebody go in there after I went? Let's go see if there's footprints. Maybe those people did decide to go in after all. No, it looks like just my prints. So what the hell did we just hear? Huh. Hello? Somebody in there? So either we legit heard somebody who's in there right now, or maybe we heard a restless soul. I really do not want to go back into this spot right now. I really want to go to the other side. That's what I'm aiming to do anyways. I think I've kind of also pinpointed where Jazz and Chris came in from, which was all the way on the other side. He doesn't even really know which section he came in from, but I guess we'll know it when we see that sign. But let's just give it a second, see if we hear them again. Just hear loud bangs from all the snow everywhere. I don't see anyone. Okay, well, let's get a move on because it's going to take a while to get there. And we only have so much daylight. Okay, hold up. It actually looks like somebody might have gone in from this way. Did they actually go the whole way? Oh shit, they did. Huh. Well, it looks like they came back out though. I can see footprints facing two opposite directions. I don't see anything though. Yeah, it looks like they came to about here and then turned around and decided to head back. So these people did not continue on. Okay. Okay, that was not snow falling. I just heard somebody. Something just hit this tree. I think it was that one. I was walking by and it literally just went bang. I don't think it was snow. I mean, you can see a little bit of a spot there, but I don't think that's snow falling. Ooh. Okay, that was snow falling. I still hear a voice. Somebody trying to communicate with me? Do I dare even attempt to use the spirit box? You know what? Screw it. Let's use the spirit box. I just got a message from Jazz because I was showing him which area I've done so far, and I told him my experiences so far. We're just kind of exchanging notes, I guess, essentially. So I'm going to see what he had to say because I'm trying to figure out which side he went into because I know he had a really creepy experience. Apparently there was somebody like in all black kind of watching them from the distance. I don't even think they know if it was an actual person or somebody else. First we're going to try the spirit box. See if we get anything on there. Alright, it's calibrating. Oh, it actually worked this time. Last time I tried to use this, it didn't work. Alright, well. Was somebody just trying to get my attention here? I was here the other day and night, and I saw someone in there. Not something I was hoping to see, but if you are here trying to talk to me, talk on this. Weird, I was hearing voices down there. No one came through. Might as well try it during the day. See if it actually works. It's so creepy out here. Nothing? Something hit this tree, I think. I don't think it was snow. It didn't sound like snow. Anything? Konnichiwa? Can you explain what I saw the other day? What I was smelling? That deodorant smell? Was that you? Are you still here? Huh. Interesting how literally nothing is coming through. We'll give it a minute just to see. But so far not a single word. Let's see. Let's give it a second and see if anybody decides to contact us. Is there somebody here from the other side? Can you tell us your story? What happened to you out here? Something was just moving in that direction. Damn, dude, it is literally so quiet now.
My death.
My death. How did you die? Tell us what happened to you. Were you sad? Did it feel like you had no hope and you came here, or did something tell you to come here? Wow. I think somebody might actually be trying to communicate. I'm hearing noises just like 360 all around us. Damn, it is going to be really creepy if we're experiencing this at night again. Tell us about your death. Was it you who I saw in the trees the other day? Just thinking about that makes me literally want to cry. The fact that somebody would feel like that and come out here. Hearing something in that direction. So far we know you died out here, but how? Man, doesn't want to talk a lot, that's for sure. Last chance. Okay, just because I want to do this hike in the daylight, let's see what Jazz had to say. And,
Yo, I have no fucking clue. I genuinely have no idea. I'm looking at the map you sent. We went to one of the caves, and there was like a... It was like a rest stop, kind of. There was a bunch of people on a bus. Like, they did, like, one of those field trip bullshits. And, there was an entrance behind the rest stop. And we went there. And then that's where we found the noose. It wasn't too far from the entrance, but,
okay, so that's crazy that he found a noose. But they also caught that weird, like, figure thing that I saw on camera. Anyways, so that's pretty much the gist of that. I think I know more or less where they went. I don't know if we'll make it in that same spot today, because it's quite the hike to get there. But I have a rough idea of where that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue hiking, and we're going to end up going to that other spooky looking area. Okay, well, there it is. That's more or less where I was aiming to get to. Let's actually get to it and see if there's footprints going in or out. So you can kind of see where the old prints were. Doesn't look like anybody's gone in today or yesterday. So that's kind of interesting. I'm contemplating going in. I just need a second to think if I really want to do this or not. So I thought I saw something over there. I don't really know what I was seeing. Also, strangely enough, my camera was just... It says it's focusing on a person, but there's clearly nobody there. Okay, well, I guess we could head in this direction, just to kind of get an idea of what the hell is here. Let's see. Just gotta watch our step over here, because with all these roots and everything, we might go through the ground. Well, let's take a little stroll. It looks like somebody was here not too long ago. I don't know if they'd still be here, but we can go in a little bit. I don't see why not. Definitely looks like something went through, probably a small bear. Can't really tell. Whoa. Damn, yeah, it definitely feels different on this side. I don't know why. Something just is literally drawing me to this specific area. I don't even really know why. Screw you, snow. Stop trying to hit me. Okay, let's try and stay on this straight trail. So at least that way we hopefully won't get lost. Well, something definitely came through here. Can't quite tell what it was. That looks like most likely deer. Let's see what we find just past this point. Damn, there's a lot of snow over here. I don't really see anything, to be honest. Not yet, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna keep going a little bit further in, and we just gotta remember the exact way that we came in from. I don't need to mark anything yet. Almost said I saw something over there, but yeah, we don't need to mark anything just yet. But I imagine, oh yeah, look at the tracks over there. But I imagine if anybody came in here, they probably would have come out by now, I guess. I mean, it's been like a couple of days at least. I just really want to point out the quiet. It's so silent. Wow. Okay, let's get past our barrier to entry here. don't even really know where I'm going. I'm basically just going to have to follow my own tracks back. Good thing for the snow is that we shouldn't really get lost out here. But just in case, I don't really know if I'm going to stay in this particular area until nightfall. We'll see. I got to keep moving so I can stay warm. Right now the sun is shining. It's nice, but tonight is going to get really cold. I just noticed this. It looks like... Are those human? Like, look at those tracks. It almost looks like it went from deer prints into human prints. Down in that direction. I'm going to follow them and see where they lead, but... Yeah, those are human prints. Wait, so somebody was here? Like, recent? But where? Yeah, I think they're just animal prints. But it was kind of weird, like the way it was dragging along. It almost looked like look how big those ones are compared to the ones on the left. I think they're just deer print, to be honest, though. But damn, this would be one hell of a place to camp. That's for sure. Well, so this tree is marked. I don't know if that definitely looks like a knife marking. Wow. Okay, so someone definitely came through here at one point in time. Doesn't really look that fresh. Well, there's your first clue that people come through here, obviously. Question is, has anybody been staying out here recently? Oh man. Even in the middle of the day, it feels really weird here. Very off. Like, you definitely shouldn't be here. But I'm here anyway, so here for the adventure. Oh man. The further in you go, the worse the feeling gets. For a second I thought I saw something down there. Plus you hear that, just literally all around you. But for a second I thought I saw something dark move over there. I'm looking for more markers, but I'm not really finding anything. Let's keep heading down there, see if someone might be down there. Haven't found a single clue other than that marking in the tree. Could have just been a deer or something. I also gotta just double check, make sure my GPS works over here. Just in the event that we do get turned around in here. But I do just have to absolutely make sure that we don't deviate from my tracks right now. Might find a spot to rest. Yeah, I don't see anybody over here. Could have sworn I saw something move. It looked kind of dark. This is just like a whole natural trail here. Just keeps going and going. So I stopped to take a break, put my bag down for a second. I think I'm going to continue on down this way. I don't know how much further I'm going to go in, but I want to try something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go off in this direction. Just go up in there and kind of take a look around. See if we see anything. People do find a lot of belongings. And then I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side and then basically come straight back to this point so we don't get lost. I was talking to other people who have been here. Like Exploring with Josh has been here, I think several times. And I believe he actually found like campsites. They are out here. I just don't really know exactly where. It kind of almost looks like there's something in that tree. What is that? Let's go over there first. I don't know if that's a snow. Oh, I think it's just snow. I thought there was like some white thing. Alright, well, we do gotta be cautious doing this. Gotta watch our step, essentially, because based on what happened the other day, we could go right through. Let's try and find the easiest way to go up here. This kind of looks like a ledge. Ugh. Yeah, it is definitely not easy to hike through here. Whoa, this is kind of cool. Let's just see what we can see. Just more trees and lava rocks. It is cool though. Damn, this place is just absolutely nuts. Just hear noises everywhere. Okay, let's go back down and then we'll go over to the other side. Yeah, the other side definitely looks easier. Mildly anyway. But I can assure you, if you are not capable, do not come here, do not do this. Leave it to me. I'll be the professional idiot. I'm not really seeing anything though. Okay, you gotta be very careful here. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's a lot of trees, but the feeling of sadness in this place is just overwhelming. Like you feel it, you genuinely feel it throughout this place. Like if somebody really wanted to go missing, you guys understand what I mean, I hope. This definitely is the place to do it, but please don't do that. Seek help first. Oh, so far it's gone wrong. I just broke my sunglasses. So it looks like tomorrow we're going sunglass shopping. Oh well, what are you gonna do? These sunglasses are very old. I had them in a stupid spot, so it is definitely my fault, but this place is costing me a pair of sunglasses. Dang you, Aokigahara. Dang you. Shit. So our natural trail is kind of just abruptly ending. I'll keep going. But if it gets a little too treacherous, I will turn around and start heading back. I don't really know even what I'm doing here. I'm genuinely just curious. This is one of those spots, like I had mentioned, that people do come into and do a certain thing. If we do come across somebody, I promise you, that footage will not be in this video. But I am going to keep going just because I'm genuinely curious. Just got to find the safest route through here. But I'll keep walking, maybe another kilometer or 2 kilometers in, and I'll update you guys when I get wherever the hell I end up. So what I'm doing, I'm continuing to just follow animal tracks, and the reason why is because I'm going to assume that whatever came through here knows where all the level ground is. And I'm also just trying to stay in, for the most part, a straight line. But it looks like they stopped. No, they kept going that way, so we're going to keep following them. So that way we don't fall into something like that. So I kept going, and the ground legitimately kind of changes. Like it, for the most part, kind of levels off. Which is kind of nice. Makes it easier to continue. Haven't found a single thing as of yet, which I guess is kind of a good thing. Just means that I guess no one's been in here for a while. Holy crap. I am so far in. Listen. You legit hear absolutely nothing. I'm marking on this tree. I can't tell if this is natural or if somebody put this here. Huh. Also, I see something up there, but I can't quite tell what it is. I'm kind of like trying to figure out which direction I should go in. I came from this direction, which is my straight line. So I'm trying not to deviate from that, but once you kind of get here, the ground starts to change, and that's where the ankle breaker ditches are. So I'm trying to avoid those as best as possible. So far, nothing. Was interesting coming in here, but I haven't found a single thing And I am kind of concerned that I might find something. But it doesn't look like anybody's been out here for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start backtracking, and we'll see if we either pick a camping spot back there, or I'll keep walking back to the main trail and go towards the spot where Jazz and Chris went to and see what's in that area. For a second it sounded like someone was talking out there. I don't hear movement, like no one hiking. With all the snow, you should be able to hear them coming through, but... strange. Wait. I hear someone. Someone out there? I could have sworn it sounded like somebody was like laughing or something. I don't know. Huh. Weird. Yeah, this whole thing is strange and doesn't make sense a lot of the time, the things that you hear. I just heard like the loudest bang down that direction. Weirdly enough, it kind of sounded like, I don't even know how to describe it. Almost like a giant wooden door slamming, or somebody hitting a door is the best way I can describe it. That did not sound like a natural forest noise. So basically, what I'm trying to do at the moment is find a decent spot for a temporary campsite. I'm trying to find one that maybe isn't under a group of trees because the snow keeps dropping and it's... yeah, exactly like that. I was literally bracing for impact, but I had found a good spot and I did like a circle so that way I could remember where it was. I think it might have been further up that way. So I guess I'll keep going. Alright, here's where I stopped last time. I went up that way and I went up that way. It's very eerie, but what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to stop for a little bit and we're going to wait and see if anything happens. I think I found a more or less ideal spot. I was kind of looking around. I thought a better spot would have been back there, but not really. Here seems okay because we have some protection from the trees in case the weather changes, which it seems to do quite a bit in this area. But at least I have this tree to lean up on. I have a little bit of an open area and not too much overhang, so we're not going to get pelted by ice and rain the entire time. But it is already, I think, about 4:30. 4:33. The service out here is terrible. It literally kind of comes in and out. I tried sending somebody my coordinates and I literally couldn't even do that. But that's okay. So what I need to do is, we're going to probably be out here for quite some time. So I need to gather up some wood, and in the event that I need to make a fire, which unfortunately I think I'm going to have to because my feet are already starting to get a little bit cold and a little bit wet. These shoes are great, but they're not completely waterproof. I think I was lied to. I wish I could have brought my boots, but unfortunately they're just too heavy and clunky to fit in my luggage. There was no space for that, but let's start collecting some wood and make sure we have enough for the night at least. Really hoping the camera doesn't fall because it's on like a weird angle. Because the ground out here is so unleveled, it's ridiculous. But I need to clear out some of the snow and make enough space for me to be able to move around. I mean, not that I really have to move around, but what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to use my tarp as like a base for the time being, so that way I at least have somewhere to sit tonight. But we got to kind of speed things up here. When you're doing these camping videos, you really don't realize how long a lot of things take to do. So you do got to make sure that you give yourself enough time to make sure that all of the things that you need to do, you're able to actually finish. before you end up, you know, either freezing to death or, you know, getting messed up by the elements. What the hell? Legit just sounded almost like somebody clapped. It sounded like it was from down there. So hard to see though. The hell? Okay. Weird. We haven't seen a single person over here at all. I've noticed something when you pull in to the parking lot, like the main parking lot, it is kind of like a touristy spot. I've noticed not a lot of people actually come in and out. But by like a certain time, it's pretty much done. Like no one dares to stay in here after dark. It's pretty wild. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that sound was. Unless it was a tree breaking, but it literally sounded like somebody clapped. Weird. I keep hearing what sounds like somebody coming from that direction, like they're walking through the snow. You hear it periodically and then it just stops, but haven't seen a single person. There it is again. Like, is somebody coming through, or... Weird. So the other thing is, I know there is evidence that somebody definitely camped out here. I don't know how long ago, but I noticed that there was a couple of trees that were actually cut. Unfortunately, I don't have a saw, so I have a big pile of sticks. I'm going to start breaking them down. Once I break them down, I'll see exactly how much we have. So that way we could at least survive a few hours, but I'm probably going to need a lot more. Keep hearing footsteps down there. Hello? It could just be an animal coming through, but I haven't even seen a single deer or anything. Huh. Alright, let's get to work here. The wood in this area is just absolutely soaked, so the only thing I can really come up with is a bunch of really small pieces. Obviously the really small ones we'll just use as tinder. Then the rest, I mean, it's pretty much all we got. So we'll make do with what we have. Gotta survive, right? It's gonna take a while to just break all this down. Well, I broke up all the wood that I had so far, and we didn't end up with very much. And it is starting to get cold. My feet are cold, and if we're gonna stay out here for a while, we're gonna need some fire, I think. Unfortunately, it just is what it is at this point. But yeah, I gotta go and find some more. Before the sun sets, we literally only have maybe about 45 minutes left of daylight. Damn, the sun is setting really fast right now, so we gotta get a move on here. Let me break up a little bit more of this. I'm gonna do this as quickly as I possibly can. I just want to make kind of like a bit of a base for the fire starter to sit on top of. These are really weird because they're super slimy, but they burn really well, so that's definitely something. Okay, I think that should be okay. Put this here for a sec. Yeah, they definitely burn very well. It's kind of cool, actually. Alright, a lot of this is still a little wet, but... should work. least to warm up our feet. That's what we need right now. Oh yeah, it's definitely wet. It's gonna be a little smoky. All right, let's let that catch, and then I'll probably put some more. Because everything's so soaked, I think my game plan here is essentially get as many coals as we possibly can. That was like something just ran through. Like really fast. What the hell? Like boom! Like it literally sounded, it went all the way across. What the fuck? Okay, well, so far so good. Warm up my hands. I still hear something moving out there. If it is an animal, how does an animal even move that fast? That doesn't even make sense. So I just want to point out how flammable the tinder is out here. Like, look at these flames right now. That is crazy. I'm going to actually try and keep my feet close to it. I'm going to keep adding to it. But I'm trying to warm up my feet. Is the main goal here. And I also got to try and keep the fire as small as possible because we are kind of like in a little tiny area. I didn't intend for that to happen. It just kind of happened. Man, it's like fuel. That's crazy. Next order of business, we got to find our lights and get a tarp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a base just so that way at least we can sit and I can keep my feet close to the fire. It's not too cold yet, so we're doing okay. But we definitely need light very soon. There's one and two. And this time I did bring some food so that way, you know, we can eat. I did eat a while ago. I found a pupusa place, which was really interesting, which if you're not familiar with that, it's this very delicious food they make in El Salvador. So, next order of business. I have this little shelter thing. So it's essentially a tarp that you're supposed to put obviously over you, but we don't really need that right now. What I want is a base, something we can actually sit on and not get totally drenched. So we're basically just going to use this as the floor. I also heard like the loudest thump down there, like as if something hit a tree really hard. Now, like I said, there are animals out here. I haven't seen a single one. We've seen a lot of tracks so far. Okay, those we don't need. Just put that all... Whoa. What the hell was that? I keep hearing something moving back and forth over there. It's quite startling. Ah, shit. Man, the way this was tied is crazy. There we go. That's better. I'm going to put all that off to the side. I don't really know what that's for. I guess it's like a pole of some sort. But all we really want is something that we can sit down on top of. That's better. That'll work. Perfect. Actually, open it up a little more. That way I can at least put my gloves and jacket on top so they don't get drenched. But there we go. That actually worked perfectly. It came in handy for something. Oh, this is so nice right now. You can literally see my shoes steaming. That is one hot fire. So it looks like the wood burns for a while. It's decent. I'm definitely going to have to go and find some more before it gets completely dark. We're literally almost there. I imagine it's going to get really freaking spooky tonight, but It's not our first rodeo. We do this all the time back home, so honestly, I'm used to it. Even my friends ask me, they're like, how do you do that? How do you just go into the woods and just camp out by yourself in literally some of the most haunted places in the world? I'm just like, I don't know, I just put my pants and shoes on and I go. And here we are. Ah, that's so nice. Alright, let's fetch some more wood, because I feel like we're going to probably need it. Okay, so I just want to point this out. This is what I'm talking about. Somebody came through and cut that. At least it looks like it's been cut. Also, a lot of this wood has like really weird mold on it, and I don't really know what it is, so just got to be careful of what we touch. Thank God for snow. So, I'm gonna make some tea. Just trying to find a spot where I can. I think that should be okay. I need a little more wood in here. Let's push all these more towards the middle. So, I was just getting my stuff, and I look down there. Every time I look down there, I swear I see something. For like a second, it literally looked as if somebody was just standing down there. Like, I don't see anything now, but I have a feeling tonight is going to be an interesting one. Just like the other night when we were on this side. What I saw out here was mind-boggling, to say the least. And I have a feeling this tarp is not going to last. Kind of got a little hole in there already from a spark. But not to worry. I brought Gorilla Tape, I think that's what it's called. Honestly, it's like one of the best tapes ever. My nose is absolutely running like crazy. Alright. Go. Hopefully I didn't get any ash inside of my my water. Boy. Oh. I need the fire to pick up again so I can keep warming up my feet. Going back and forth through the snow really sucks. Alright, well, the sun is pretty much set. I keep hearing all sorts of weird, creepy noises between the snow falling off the trees and things moving around. I don't know. But I did make a bit of a mistake. Well, it's starting to come back to life, so I dropped my lighter in the snow. My one and only lighter. I do have a flint just in case I need it. But for now, we have the fire started, so don't really got to worry about it. It is coming back, so just leaving it here with my gloves, which also need to dry off a little bit because they got a little wet. But I figured, why not? Oh, there goes my phone. Since we got time, why not run a spirit box and just see what happens? Alright, you guys probably remember me. Been here past few nights trying to talk to you. Is anybody here? I could tell somebody came through recently. Can you tell us if that person made it out? Please?
Afterlife.
Afterlife. Are you stuck here? In the afterlife? Oh, I saw something blip there for a second. Just waiting for anything to come through. Can you tell us your name?
Imprisoned.
Imprisoned? So you're stuck here. Wow. Okay. I think we have tea. Seems pretty hot. I gotta go grab my cup. What the hell was that? That legitimately sounded like that clapping again. Huh. Okay. I can't figure out which direction it came from.
それは事故だった。It was an accident.
What was an accident? Your death? Did you fall out here or something? Oh, that's terrible. I keep hearing something off in that direction. Okay, I gotta go get my...
怖いですか? Are you scared?
No. A little nervous. Should I be scared? Is there something to be scared of out here? I found footprints the other day as if somebody vanished. Can you tell me? What if that was the person? Maybe they did fall. Some interesting responses so far. Keep getting the feeling like there's something out there.
痛いです. I'm in pain.
Oh no. Is it from the accident? Can you tell me if the pain is from the accident? What is going on with this? This thing's like going haywire for some reason. Just make sure my gloves are not
あなたは
melting.
友達ですか? Are you a friend?
I am a friend. You know, I'm starting to feel really, really weird. Whoa! That was that clap again.
ここ. Here.
Oh, man. Whoa. Holy shit. Did that really just happen right now? Oh man, my heart is pumping like a million miles a minute.
Totemo. Very much.
Wait, was that you? Whoever I'm talking to? Are you clapping or something? You're trying to get my attention, aren't you? Oh, damn, that's hot. I just really need something to warm up my insides. And we're gonna need some more wood soon. Sounds almost like crying, but it's different from the other night. It sounds like a baby. Oh, there it is again. Huh? Did you just make a noise? Why is it not saying anything? This is getting a little strange. Oh, yay, it works. Look at that. Well, we're just gonna keep that in there.
It's hiding.
What's hiding? What the hell was that? Something literally just hit the... What the fuck? Let me get the camera. Holy...
Afterlife.
It literally just said afterlife again. And it sounded like something hit the tree, like directly behind me. What in the hell is going on out here? What the f... Oh, man. Oh, that was freaky. Holy shit. What the hell? Sorry, guys, I was just trying to set up the camera again. It literally just said unfortunate. It said afterlife and then unfortunate. It sounds to me like you're stuck here, aren't you? Fire in a second. Getting a lot of responses. Power. Does something here have power? Sorry for all the smoke, guys. Holy crap, dude. That sound directly behind me literally scared the crap out of me. Whew. Fucking nervous now. I'm getting the worst feeling out here humanly possible. Something is definitely wrong. Very, very wrong right now.
Tragedy.
Tragedy? Was how you died a tragedy? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm following you.
Oh, shit. Dude, okay, I need to turn this off. I need a second. I think I might have made a big mistake coming out here. Alright guys, I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling right now. But it's not good. I'm feeling overwhelming dread, anxious, sadness. What was that? That was literally right behind the camera. What the hell? I thought I saw somebody back there. Hello? I hear footsteps. There might actually be somebody back there. Fuck. Freaked out. I'm legitimately freaked out of this place right now. Someone back there? Oh man, it just got real spooky out here. Holy shit. I hear something moving. I hear something like over there. Okay. What the f was that? Something literally just whispered in my left ear. What was that? Oh man. Dude. Okay, this is getting crazy. Holy crap. Oh, my feet are so cold right now. So freaking cold. Okay, I might leave. In all honesty, I don't think I'm gonna stay any longer. Alright guys. Like I was saying, I don't know how to even explain this right now. I feel like that was a warning. I think I need to get the hell out of here. So, what we're gonna do, because my feet are absolutely frozen, I did bring a change of socks, because I figured I might need them, depending on how late we end up staying here. It has been quite some time, but I need to get out of this particular area. First, I'm gonna try and dry off my feet a little bit better. They're actually not bad, but that was so weird. I was hearing like a buzzing. Yeah, let's change our socks, warm up the insides of our shoes, and what's that clap again? Yeah, let's do this a little bit faster. Let's not waste time. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a little better. Dry socks. Let's try and get they're pretty dry, not terribly wet, but let's just hold them over here and dry off the insides a little bit more, because we have a hell of a hike out of here. I can't stay. This normally never happens, but I am literally freaking out right now. Damn, I didn't even finish my tea. Okay. Ooh, look at that. So much steam. So it was a little bit condensated on the inside. Let's make sure we don't melt anything, but get them as dry on the inside as possible. Okay, that should be okay. At least to get us out of here. Whew. just a lot of noises and movement all over the place. I'm starting to get hungry, but I'm not even going to waste time eating. We'll eat once we get out of here. Oh, this will get that out of here. I just don't feel right. I hope nothing's trying to take me over. Oh, yeah. That one's a little wet. That's better. Oh, man. The things we have to do just to stay alive out here. I heard a noise down there. Ooh, hot and steamy. Oh yeah, baby. Well, it is working. Just gotta be careful not to melt my shoe. That would not be very good. I think my feet are good enough to get out of here. Yeah, I need to leave, man. I'm getting some seriously, like, I can't even describe, but I'm getting some very dark thoughts right now. And I don't like that. Especially after what we saw on the other side. Sometimes you just gotta know when to fold them. And when to get the hell out, basically. Alright, I'm just gonna warm up my feet a little bit more. And roll up this tarp back into the bag. And we're gonna pack it in. Alright, fire is extinguishing itself. I threw a bunch of snow in there, it's not gonna do anything. Oh, let's just start making our way out of here. I don't know why I'm like, just legitimately like freaking the F out. My right foot feels so cold. I think I'm just gonna try and head basically straight back to the car. Because I want to warm myself up. Probably just eat something there too. Oh damn. Not gonna lie, this is a terrible idea coming out here tonight. Not a good place at all. Not one little bit. I thought I saw something shine like eyes almost. I just heard something behind me. Another whisper. Oh, get my flashlight. Fuck this place. Literally fuck this place. Turn on flashlight. Come on, there we go. Holy crap. Okay, this. Let's just follow our footsteps out of here. I swear I'm hearing like howling. I don't know what could be howling out here. So the thing is, I don't even really know like how far in I am right now. Thank God for the snow. It's the only way I'm literally gonna figure out how to get back to the main trail. Yeah, mentally I'm not doing good in here. Something is getting to me. I feel nervous, I don't know, about like the fact that it said that I'm being followed. Followed by what? I don't know. we got a long way to go. Not gonna lie. I'm feeling kind of confused out here. Just trying to literally keep myself calm. It's hard to trek through this. Why do I feel like it's so much harder going back out? I swear I hear crying again. What is that? This time it almost sounds like similar to what I heard the other night. Which is really weird because that was all the way down that way. I'm not even going to stop. Let's just keep going. I just walked right through a spider web. Oh, that's great. Well, on the bright side, at least it's not snowing or raining. So, I just walked into another spider web. Damn, there's so many of them. At least that's a positive. The question is though, like how many kilometers did I come in? I may have overdone it a little bit. Oh, these dang trees. You guys gotta clear your trees from the paths, even though it's not really a path. Hoping I'm on the right track. I think this is where I came. Yeah, I see my footprints. See, this is why you try for the most part and stay on at least the most natural trail you can find, which was this one coming in. Oh man, it is so creepy out here. I've probably said that about 1 billion times, but like, it really is. There's no denying that this is one of the eeriest places probably on planet Earth. Okay. I'm gonna stop and check, and hopefully my phone works. So my gloves are a little damp on the inside. I'm trying not to take them off, so I didn't check where I was. Not that it matters, my tracks are still here, but I thought I was hearing like a woman. Kind of sounded like it was in that direction, but also really hard to tell. Oh shit, I think we made it back already. Yes.
So I can genuinely say that I wasn't very well prepared for this forest. Just kind of like the feeling that you get. The last time I had been there was almost exactly 1 year previous, and it was a little bit more challenging because of the weather. It was raining all night, and I didn't have the proper gear to be able to prepare myself. And even this time, I was kind of expecting to be able to find like a small tent, like sort of what I have now, which is kind of one reason why I think I want to go back and use the single man tents, maybe have somebody come with me and just kind of see what the experience is like together. I think personally I kind of made a mistake going in there alone, especially at night. Now, obviously nothing terrible happened, made it back to Canada in one piece, and yeah, it was just an experience, like a heavy experience, and I think I am one of the only people, not the only person in the world, but I think I am genuinely one of the only people who actually decided to go in there alone just to kind of see what that experience is like. And the reason why I do that oftentimes is the experience alone is also very different than the experience with a group of people, which I've also done. But I do think like there is something in this place that targets people. And this was only the beginning we went back into this place another 6 or 7 times. So yeah, I'm going to be probably bouncing this series back and forth, just kind of breaking it down. I think it's, now that we're so much into the future from when we actually filmed this series, I think it's kind of interesting to look back and reflect and kind of think of, if I do go back, what else could I do? What else could I try? What could I do differently to verify what the heck is actually out here? But again, I do think that there is something incredibly wrong with this place. I think there's something truly evil, one of the most evil things in the world, that is making people, for some reason, decide to come to Aokigahara, wait there, and decide their own fate.